Hello, greetings. Thank you for watching the video, for your comments, and for giving it a like. This video aims to review how the structure that leads and manages TPM is designed. Typically, TPM is assigned to the maintenance department, which is a very common mistake, since the goal should be to integrate all areas of the plant or company. Let's explore the possibilities of organizing the structure to manage a TPM project.
The structure suggested by the Japan Institute of Plant Maintenance, for the development of TPM at the corporate level is shown in this chart. Two types of structures are identified: a formal one represented by the company organization chart, and an informal one, built around the TPM pillar committees. The formal structure is integrated within the company hierarchy, and consists of 4 levels of working teams. Executive or Top Management Committee, Promoter Team in the Industrial Operations, Facilitation Team or TPM Leader, Teams for Daily Management. Each of these teams has a role and responsibility for TPM development, according to its hierarchical level. The executive team sets the overall company policies, and from these, the industrial operations policies are deployed, which are necessary to prepare the specific TPM objectives. The promotion team is the top management hierarchy of industrial operations. This team is responsible for the promotion of TPM values, principles, and objectives, allocates resources, and diagnoses the overall progress of the TPM project every 3 to 6 months. The facilitation team is responsible for the implementation of TPM activities. This team is supported by the TPM coordinator and is also accompanied by an organizational change management facilitator, usually from the Human Resources Department or division. However, this second figure of change facilitator is not common in companies developing TPM. His or her presence is positive and helps to mobilize the company's culture towards the new values and behaviors that the TPM experience seeks to build. At the operational level, small autonomous work teams stand out, made up of workers who have been trained to take responsibility for the autonomous management of the worksites. Effective TPM management is achieved through the efficient functioning of TPM pillar committees. A committee is composed of people who know the technical details associated with each pillar. It does not necessarily have to be a team, with hierarchical equality of participants. It is a team united by a common purpose, associated with improving some aspect of operations performance. Do not rule out the possibility of inviting some production process experts, master trainers, supervisors, process engineers and other roles to be part of this team. The roles commonly used in these teams are committee leader, members or supporters, and other employees who are invited, especially at the operational level, who are called enablers. These are people in charge of deploying the activities and action plans established by the committee to the operators. In companies with a small people structure, it is very useful to include activators in the pillar committees to avoid overloading the work of the managers with participation in several pillars. One person in the factory should not be linked to more than 2 pillar teams. The committee has the possibility to design its own internal training programs within the committee, in order to achieve a homogeneous level of knowledge, and to facilitate the development of the activities of each pillar. The committee has an established agenda for its meetings, assigning work in small teams or pairs of members. These meetings are recorded on the visual management boards, and the TPM coordinator verifies the schedule to avoid overlapping agendas and content. The committee has a leader, who does not necessarily have to be an area manager. In some companies, leadership is rotated to facilitate the development of management skills for members who have excellent growth potential. One of the essential purposes of TPM is to improve the functioning of the organization of an industrial enterprise. Certainly, the design of the structure required to implement autonomous maintenance has a significant contribution in improving the functioning of a factory structure, as its starting point is the construction of 2 types of teams. The teams that lead the process, and the small teams of operators in charge of carrying out the execution work. The process leading teams are of 2 types. Leading autonomous maintenance team. autonomous maintenance subcommittees, for each area of the factory or plant department. The aim of this design is that the top operations manager and his team lead the autonomous maintenance activities at the highest level. This team establishes the purpose, vision, and objectives of the pillar. Subcommittees led by area managers and supervisors as members establish the plans and actions to be executed to achieve the higher goals. In large industrial plants, subcommittees are responsible for the deployment of all autonomous maintenance activities to each area of the factory. Not all areas develop autonomous maintenance experiences at the same time. Depending on the complexity of the area or department, the start may be delayed, or the pace of implementation may vary. For this reason, the design of a master plan is necessary to indicate the orderly way in which actions will be introduced over time. The small teams are structured in shifts or areas of responsibility, and are responsible for executing the actions of the pillar steps. For this, the small teams receive the necessary training, both technical and human, so that they can easily manage the established work. The Preventive Maintenance Pillar Committee can be structured as follows. The team leader should be the factory maintenance manager. The supervisors of the different areas of the department participate as team members. Due to the importance of 5S in the workshops and in the maintenance work, it is advisable to delegate a professional from the department to coordinate the 5S program, and she should be part of the pillar committee. It is recommended to integrate an operations representative and a safety representative, who will liaise with their respective departments. A master technician will be of great help in providing solutions to the actions required during the development of the pillar steps. The meetings of this committee have a monthly frequency, but working meetings for specific topics can be held more frequently. For example, the management meeting of the chronic breakdown elimination plan can be held on a weekly basis.